Josh Hartnett is an acclaimed American actor who rose to fame in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Born in 1978, Hartnett began his acting career as a teenager, appearing in a number of television shows and films throughout the 1990s. However, it was his breakout role in the 1998 film The Faculty that truly launched him into the Hollywood spotlight. In the years since, Hartnett has established himself as a versatile and acclaimed leading man, tackling a wide range of roles in both mainstream and independent films. From his early work in blockbuster hits to his more recent turn towards more dramatic and introspective fare, Hartnett has consistently demonstrated his talent and range as an actor. In this video, we will take a closer look at the top 10 Josh Hartnett movies, exploring the films that have defined his career and cemented his status as one of the most compelling and captivating actors of his generation. Starting off our list at number 10 is O, taking Shakespeare's classic play Othello and applying it to the basketball scene of a modern American high school. O was an experimental teen drama that was always intriguing despite having some flaws. It focuses on local basketball star Odin Mackay Pfeiffer, who is convinced of his girlfriend's cheating by a conniving friend motivated by jealousy. While the premise seems difficult to take seriously, O actually produced some genuinely good dramatic moments, and its approach to teenage violence was strikingly mature. It also struck gold in casting Hartnett as the envious villain, allowing him to display his acting chops as a complicated character that was both despicable and entirely believable.
All alone here. Where's family?
Sure, Pop. I rebound and shoot. I play guard, forward, power forward. You name the position, I play it.
Coming in at number 9 is Wrath of Man. A gritty action delight noteworthy for reuniting Guy Ritchie and Jason Statham, Wrath of Man offered intense thrills and a winding story to boot. It follows H. Statham, a mysterious new employee at Fortico Security whose exemplary combat skills prevent a heist and lead his colleagues to question the man and his sketchy past. With elements of one-man army action, heist thrills, and even revenge drama, the movie offered up something for all action lovers to enjoy. It also featured Josh Hartnett, who stood out among the star-studded cast with his enjoyably unheroic turn as a fellow Fortico security guard who gradually finds his courage.
Who is this lunatic?
Next up at number 8 is 30 Days of Night. Based on the comic book miniseries of the same name, 30 Days of Night was a pulsating mixture of blood and guts, horror and thrilling action. It follows the residents of a remote Alaskan town who struggle to survive a month of no sunlight when a mob of vampires descends upon them, killing most of the townsfolk immediately and leaving the rest in a desperate fight for their lives. An amalgamation of horror subgenres doused in more than enough gore to keep the genre's most eager fans satisfied, it kept finding new ways to be intriguing throughout its duration, even with its simple premise. While Danny Huston's villainous performance received plenty of praise, the film also served as an adequate reminder of Josh Hartnett's natural ability in leading roles. At number 7 we have O Lucy. An overlooked gem of modern Asian cinema, O Lucy was a dazzling hit of empathetic, tragic fun which blended romance with adventure. The film follows Setsuko Shinobu Terajima, a lonely office worker in Tokyo who develops a crush on her English teacher and ventures to America to follow him when he abruptly leaves. The film grounded itself in universal themes, which it explored in quirky yet strikingly honest ways, with the entire cast putting in outstanding and nuanced performances to make it work. It also wasn't afraid to get quite dark, making for a heartbreaking tragicomedy that thrived off the back of Terajima's brilliance and used Hartnett's comedic talent perfectly.
Just gonna have fun, alright? It's a fun class. Looks like you need a hug. Here.
Taking the number 6 spot is The Faculty. After making his debut in one of the forgettable installments of the Halloween franchise, Josh Hartnett got more opportunities to showcase his potential in the sci-fi horror The Faculty. From director Robert Rodriguez, it follows a misfit group of high school students who discover their classmates and teachers have been overtaken by parasitic aliens and cook up an unlikely plan to save everyone. In addition to its overt sci-fi horror premise, The Faculty also ran with an affectionate focus on teen drama and high school politics, themes brought to life by the film's surprisingly fantastic cast. Hartnett portrayed Zeke Tyler, an intelligent though problematic youth who holds the answer to defeating the alien race in his drug-dealing antics.
Is this gonna be on the test?
This is the test.
Alright, folks, listen up. If you're enjoying the content on this channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and give the video a good old-fashioned thumbs up. Let's show the creators some love. Halfway through our list at number 5 is Sin City. With its striking stylistic choices, graphic yet cartoonish violence, and forbidden allure, Sin City was a barnstorming, flamboyant dose of comic book ultra-violence. It follows a range of shady characters as they go about their business in the cesspool that is Sin City, with everything from vigilante cops to ex-prostitutes and their lovers getting their time to shine. Within the chaos, Hartnett appeared as the salesman, aka the man or the colonel, a slick assassin who is hired by a woman who wants to kill herself. His small, condensed story of passion and violence proved to be a perfect introduction to the film, highlighting its neo-noir tone, arresting style, and penchant for jarring and abrupt violence.
Goldie's dead. I've been framed for murder, and the cops are in on it.
Open up, please.
Coming in at number 4 is The Virgin Suicides. Based on Jeffrey Udnity's novel of the same name, The Virgin Suicides tells the story of the 5 Lisbon sisters, who have an oppressive family life, and the teenagers who are mesmerized by them. This was the first time Sofia Coppola looked into girlhood, as it was her directorial debut, and she nailed the atmosphere and depressed angst these 5 teenage girls live with. Hartnett plays the heartthrob Trip Fontaine, his obsession with the most overly curious and sexual Lisbon sister, Lux Kirsten Dunst. This was only the actor's 3rd film, but it showed that Hartnett had an it factor, and that the camera and the teenage girls loved him. In this movie, he's under the female gaze, and he uses it to create a full character with his own ideas, desires, and objectives, even if those might help the Lisbon parents be even more strict and close-minded than ever.
Intentions for your daughter are entirely honorable.
What might those intentions be?
Breaking into the top 3 is Lucky Number 11. A fascinating example of differing opinions. Critics were harsh on Lucky Number 11, but casual moviegoers loved it. The action-crime thriller follows a wrongly apprehended man. He is dragged into a vicious feud between 2 rival crime lords, where he is given a violent ultimatum and is tailed by 2 men as he frantically decides what he'll do next. Using an outstanding cast boasting the likes of Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, and Ben Kingsley alongside Hartnett in the starring role, the movie presented as a fun-filled action spectacle. It also utilized a twisty story, heavily stylized characters, an eye-catching set design to make a lasting impression on audiences.
Boss wants to see you. Who's boss? The guy we work for.
I'm not the guy you're looking for. I don't live here.
Yeah, well, you look like the guy that lives here.
Then you don't know what the guy that lives here looks like.
At number 2, we have Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer should go on to become one of the biggest films of 2023. A commercial smash hit and a critically acclaimed masterpiece from Christopher Nolan, the film follows J. Robert Oppenheimer's Cillian Murphy work on developing the atomic bomb and the political fallout that came as a result of that and his leftist leanings. Among the many great delights the film offered, one that made many fans happy was seeing Hartnett back on the big screen in a major blockbuster. His supporting role was also quite significant, portraying the Nobel Prize-winning nuclear physicist and Oppenheimer's colleague Ernest Lawrence, which gave him ample opportunity to showcase his acting talents.
A man who gave them the power to destroy themselves, and the world is not prepared.
And finally, taking the #1 spot on our list is Black Hawk Down. Black Hawk Down is a Ridley Scott film that tells the real-life story of two Black Hawk helicopters going down in enemy territory in 1993 during the Somali Civil War. As with any film directed by Scott, it's not only action-packed, but also beautifully rendered, and it's as adrenaline-fueled as possible. Hartnett plays Staff Sergeant Matt Eversman, one of the leads of the movie. Here, he was able to show that he was much more than a pretty face, as the film lets him be an action hero, but also allows him to be more, proving how soldiers weren't that happy with the mission, and the fact that their lives were being wasted in a war with no winner. The cast for this movie is incredible if you look at it with 2023's eyes, as many lead actors from today had the smallest of roles here, including Tom Hardy, Orlando Bloom, and Hugh Dancy.
These people, they have no food. We can either help, or we can sit back and watch a country destroy itself on CNN.
Throughout his career, Josh Hartnett has consistently demonstrated his versatility and talent as an actor, tackling a wide range of roles in both mainstream and independent films. From his breakout role in The Faculty to his more recent work in introspective and psychological thrillers, Hartnett has established himself as one of the most compelling and captivating actors of his generation. As we look back on the top 10 Josh Hartnett movies, it's clear that the actor has left an indelible mark on the film industry, and that his contributions will continue to be celebrated and remembered for years to come.